lovely day. I'm thankful for another lovely day. I'm thankful for another lovely day. Kinfolk. You see what's crazy right here? Kinfolk. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we about to why? We about to break bread right now. So, as we do about this time, I want to talk about how trying to fit in don't serve you none. Especially when it's best to just be yourself. It's best to just be yourself. Come on. Motherfucker took off. It's best to just be yourself, because truth be told, if people like you for the person that you really ain't, you a trip. People like you for the person that you really ain't, then it suffice to say, they don't really like you. Trying to fit in won't make people respect you. Look at him, he's showing the fuck out today. Let's show them people how you act on fool out here. Jump. Go, boss. Yeah, they see you thugging out here. But trying to fit in won't make people like you nor respect you. But being yourself, people might not like you, but they will respect you. Again, in the first scenario, you're not being yourself, how you expect people to respect you? The real you. And honestly speaking, I know this to be a fact. I was raised, like I said, by my mama. My dad was very present, but during the separation, I spent the majority of the time, after the separation, I spent the majority of the time with my mother. Some of my earliest experiences with me rocking her to sleep at night while she cried. So, of course, when I grew up, I didn't want to create similar circumstances, so I used to try to do everything I could. No, shit, not try. I did everything I could in my relationships to make the next person happy. And a lot of times, I realized I would forego my own happiness, trying to please another person. That's another thing you got to think about. How you ever gonna be happy always trying to please somebody else? How do you know truly what your happiness is? Shout out to my bro. Consistency. In order to create a successful situation, you gotta create a succession. So we continuing that. But like I said, how do you know a person really respects you? Appreciate you, bro. How you know a person really respects you if you're not being you? And in my past relationships, as I was alluding to, I used to do everything in my power to please the next person, but not taking no concern whether or not, I was fulfilled. I never forget upon separating or upon the brink of the separation with my ex-wife. It was situations where, I just talked to my big bro Swab, talked to a few of my other brothers over there at the Argument League and at the Solar Vision Debate League, because it's more than just, debates. It's more than just conversation. For a lot of us, we done developed a brotherhood. So when I was going through the things that I was going through, I recognized that, I needed to reach out and talk to a few people, because I had isolated myself with the situation or the relationship that I was in, to the point I really didn't have a support system. And I needed some answers about certain things, whether or not I should continue in it. And I'll never forget, one of the things my big bro told me was like, "How you doing, Queen?" One of the things my big bro told me was like, "You're going to have to leave, because at this point, it's over with. It's over with. So if you really want that respect, Only way that person gonna respect you is if you leave and stand on your own. Let them know you don't need them. And that's, for a lot of us, that's hard to do. I had a plan to, help this person be able to move on. My plan was to basically help them get on their feet. And then from there, you can go on about your business, because at least I know that I did what was necessary to make sure you were straight and the welfare of my children, to the point I could go on and do what I need to do. Now, mind you, that was, early 2020, or was it 2019? But I tell you, when you go through certain things, bro, excuse me, it begin to be a blur. Because you be focused on getting yourself together. Not to mention, we went through more than just like a year of separation. Like, we was together off and on, as well as towards the end. I would say, shoot, it was about a 3-year separation. My son was actually a surprise, as far as, me, as far as I go. I wasn't necessarily all the way into it, because I was, getting certain signs that the end was coming. And mind you, I'm saying all of this to say that, when you find yourself trying to fit in, because that's how I felt in that relationship. I felt like I was always trying to please somebody, or always trying to prove myself. But my position in the relationship or the family was never solidified. It's like I was always expendable. At least that's how I felt. I can't say that all that was on the next person, because as I went through that relationship, I began to learn certain things about myself. I began to learn that, a lot of times when I felt like people wasn't listening to me, this is a result of how I felt as a child. And my childhood traumas are becoming my adult dramas. So a lot of times, like I said, from my end, I feel like I would impress upon the situation to the point it would compound a lot of our issues. There would be times that a person didn't want to talk no more. I would press the issue because I felt like I needed to be heard. And these are things that I learned going forward that require some balancing and need some work. As well, I would recognize that there were times in our relationship where I absolutely was clueless of what to do, for real. As far as like certain things when it comes to survival. But I ain't gonna lie to you, some of the things that I went through, and I'm glad that we was able to make it through. I learned how to survive, bro. And when I say I'm a survivor like none other, man, I can say that with a straight face and know that no matter where in this world I decide to place my feet, I can do what I need to be doing. I can do what need to be done, because I got me. I know how to struggle. Back to that relationship, big bro was like, you gonna have to leave if you ever want her to respect you again. Because right now, she don't respect you. She don't respect you. But as long as you keep on being there, shoot, and taking the disrespect, shoot, most people disrespect their children. So it's levels to this. So now, here it is. You just one of the kids. You just one of the kids. Because your level of respect is went out the window because of what you was willing to tolerate. And as much as you might be feeling like, dang, this is what I gotta do to survive, then guess what? You still creating a tendency within these people that which I see them. That's why I was trying to get in between you and them. You have a good evening. You must figure out your footing in these things. Let's do the ninja. Straight ninja. Yeah, I see him. Straight ninja. You must figure out your footing when it comes to those situations and recognize when you lack balance in your relationships and you allow this, it will create a tendency for a person to again assume that you're trying to fit in, and they become accustomed to what the position that you sit in. So when you become strong enough to the point you ready to demand your respect or command your respect, they ain't trying to hear that. Peace, King, I appreciate you. They ain't trying to hear that. So you darn near gotta reinvent everything. You gotta reinvent your environment. Feel me? You gotta reinvent the people that you surround yourself with. Because at the end of the day, the people that you've been fitting in with up until now, they can't even fathom to see you a different way than they been seeing you. Feel me? Oh, they out here. Let me see if I can find us one, family. See if I can find us one. First of all, we got this good old shepherd's purse. See this purple shit? Purple shit. Trying to find y'all some of this black walnuts. But not black walnuts. I gotta remember exactly what they call, but this right here help regulate people that have high metabolism, thyroid issues. Check out the brother KT, the arts degree. Shoot, if I get a chance, I'm gonna come out here and grab some of them juggles before season fully change. Shit, where that tree set up, I can climb up that joint. So y'all let me know if y'all wanna see that. But yeah, buddy. Y'all wanna see what it look like on the inside? Let me show you. Yeah, family, y'all gotta think about that. Do y'all wanna fit in at all costs or be respected? This is what it breaks down to, but there's more on the inside. But you can take it, make you a tincture, fill up enough of them jokers into like a mason jar or some big glass that you have, and fill it with alcohol. At least I think 70%. So let it sit. I would say for about a month. Let it sit and let that thing get right. But again, even with that tincture, we talking about regulating. You have to regulate your situation. Today is the start of my weekly checkup to see where I can make improvements in my weekly routine. Today is the start of that. How you doing, Ken? You got it, bro. Today is the start, and I encourage everybody else to make sure that you create a weekly routine and look for improvements that can be made weekly in your routine to improve efficiency, to improve progress, to improve the reduction of stress. Because organization does just that. I need to get in the whip and collect some of these ties for workouts. Then, family, when you find yourself doing things for reasons that you don't understand, for no other reasons other than you don't want to set somebody else off, and you can simply just ask them, why would you have me do this? What's the purpose in doing this? You know? And if that thing fit with what you see fit to manifest in life, then you go forward with it. But if not, you keep pushing, you keep it moving, keep pushing. You trying to be light. When you be you, they may not like you, but they will. respect you. They will respect you. Don't be afraid when somebody talking crazy to you to hang that phone up. Hang that phone up. Turn that shit off. Cause they might just start blowing you up, especially when they used to talking shit to you. They used to you being the one to talk to them even when they just want to complain about life. Cause even that can be detrimental to a lot of our health. Stop picking up the phone for people who, they want to complain about their problems, but we can't never talk about a solution to the problem in the conclusion. Because this creates a habit within yourself. For everything that you see, you absorb. For everything that you see, you absorb it. So, I don't give a damn what these people tell you. Get your filter right. Get your filter right. Too many of us, we using filters to make ourselves look away. I'm saying this, get your filter away to where you only receive that which you choose for your upliftment. But if you got your filter set up to where you only receive that which is to your detriment, then that's a diseased mind. That's a diseased mind when you act in ways that are not towards your upliftment and to your detriment. Over time, one must learn to change these things. Otherwise, these same things would lead to their death. So with that being said, I want to encourage you, stop worrying about everybody else. Don't worry about if they accept you. Be the you supposed to be at all times. Be the you supposed to be at all times. Something I learned from my big brother, Yashar. Be strong in being you. Be strong. Affirmative. And shit, most of all, assert that truth that you know it to be. Assert your truth. Don't play with these people. Don't sugarcoat it. And don't slow roll it. How you doing, Ken? Don't slow roll these people. Because at the end of the day, you never know who looking at you for the answers. So be that answer. Be that answer. Even when others cross over. Promise. Keep on rolling. Stay the course. You gonna see the error of their ways. You gonna see it. Most of all, get to a point once you see the error in certain people's ways, and you see how that come back to them, don't get caught up in, the celebration thereof. Don't be like I was as a little kid on a lower level when I was taught by my sisters while we watched ice skating. My sister was basically like, shit, we watch ice skating because I want to see them fall. Don't be that person that's waiting to see people fall. Because even waiting to see people fall, you ain't doing shit. At least they out here making an effort to do something with their life. You ain't doing nothing but talking shit about the people that's out here really pursuing their goals and making something shake. So at the end of the day, really, who should feel away? Who got a right to feel away? A motherfucker that's actually out here making a way, or a motherfucker out here trying to make a way on top of somebody's adversity or success. Don't get me wrong. When you become successful, other people will benefit from the door that you open. But I always tell my daughter, make sure you having fun, not at the expense of others. Make sure you enjoying time with other people, but not having fun at their expense. Because when you having fun at people's expense, you putting the energy out there that gotta come back to you. It gotta come back to you. As sure as you might be thinking about good, because you infected them with it. So, be careful how y'all moving out here. Be careful how y'all moving out here, because that shit gotta come back, son. Shit gotta come back. And when it come back, Just remember, you asked for that. Keep and move on. Don't be sitting around compounding your issue, acting like you don't know what's going on, or what the reality of why these things are going on. How you doing, King? Reality of why these things is going on. Reality is something was put forth, so this how it comes from the subject that person. So then, I am the group. I am able, bro. Nah. So you got some sinuses kicking your ass? Got some Benadryl? That shit ain't doing it yet, huh? Oh, okay. Make sure you take some. Make sure you take some. You gonna look up in about an hour. You be like, man, I'm ready to go to sleep. Do something. All right, man. I hope you feel better. Skirt up. Skirt up. What you want? Go ahead, I got it. Should be crazy. Should be crazy. I'm thankful how they made it. That nigga can't play me. But we all chilling today. We out. But on some real shit, before you go out here trying to please people, one, recognize who you are. And I promise, that shit is good enough. That's good enough. Feel me? Fuck the bluff. And fuck that other stuff. Because, truth be told, most of these people out here trying to find themselves, and the mistakes you think you make, that everybody else don't make, believe it or not, they do. They do. You just not around when it happens. Just not around when it happens. So truth be told, as much as you down on yourself for what you know about yourself, you would be the same way with them folks. You would be the same way if you really knew, fuck. If you knew what was up. So waste no more time looking at other people. Waste no more time. And even when you are looking at other people, see yourself. See yourself. And it'll take away the fear. It'll take away the fear. That shit ain't no different than what my pops used to say. Seeing yourself is like watching the body. Watching the body. Don't watch the head when you checking a nigga do this on your ass. You feel me? Throw you clean off. If you watch the body, you got a better chance because certain things that the body can't do. It's only but a certain amount of human features. And when we all do it, you can't sit there and be like, man, shit, I'm finna do something no human has ever done before. You might do it faster, you might do it longer, but it's nothing you can do that no human can't do. Just like when it comes to IQ, there's nothing no one can learn or accumulate that you can't too. It's all about the maintenance of one's brain. It's all about the maintenance of one's brain. You feel me? So if you take the time to maintenance your brain, then you will notice that guess what? Ain't nothing I can't attain. Ain't nothing I can't attain. So at some point you stop looking at people like they better than you. And once you start looking at people like they better than you stop setting yourself up to be let down. You stop trying to fit in whatever who's around. As you recognize, I'm just as great as I think they are. So why not put forth my energy along the way? Why not? Have a good one, Ken. You got it. So why not put forth my great energy? as sure as somebody else is putting forth theirs. You don't gotta hate on nobody to appreciate somebody else. And it ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna make you no less of a man or woman to acknowledge the greatness in somebody else. Truth be told, I feel like people recognize the truth that I'm telling only because the truth live in them. Golly, my bad, I'm gotta come right back. Only because the truth live in them. Shout out to Melinda. Sister got a very vast, you know what I'm saying, understanding and outlook on life, which I can really appreciate. But like I said, we got a little more time this morning, y'all, because I gotta go back to the store. The cat just let me know you forgot about me, though. And I really didn't, but I was trying to see what's chopping with the fam. Damn. Let's see if I do got enough money to take care of this motherfucking ass while I'm on. Let's see. Nope, I gotta go get some more money for his ass, too. And this lady got more money. Let me see. But nah, Melinda, we sitting up here talking about how, you know, it's time out for trying to fit in as though somebody is so much better than you that you just need their presence. When truth be told, if you be you, it ain't nothing that you can't do or accomplish. Truth be told, people want to be around people that's doing something. So the more you start to get done, the more people around, the more people come, promise. But don't get caught up. I'm trying to please them. Just came in, you know, might want to run the video back because it's more for you. And shit, check out some more of the videos on the channel because we dropping this every day. We dropping that fire because our people need this. We don't need all that gossip, bullshit. We need an outlook that can help us process the things that we got to deal with. So here I am, dropping the jewels, hoping y'all feel me. But I know y'all do. I know y'all do. But I say, shout out to you and yours in your real life. I can only imagine what you must feel like. I'm glad you found it too, sis. I be trying to promote, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta do better. Just like in anything, we gotta do better. And yeah, this the spot where we come and we just chop it up on family situations, real life, you know, things that we got going on. So feel free, subscribe, share the channel, because I promise you're going to see things over here is just a little bit different. But I was able to refine my voice through, you know, being over there at the Solar Vision Debate League. And now, shoot, of course, speaking of my voice, they made me the media, so I have a true voice. But I really do appreciate the family for stopping through and drop a comment, say what's up. That is my way of saying what's up to you. Shoot, who knows? We might be right back. I got a few other things I gotta do. I gotta get to this workout, do this food prep. Who knows? I might be able to get this done before the kids get up. But I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. Kinfolk. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what it's talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. Say we about to why? We just broke bread right now. Come back, family. Come